Well, hello you guys. This is John Sullivan from Sullivan's Projects, and I just wanted to share with you, first of all, thank you very much to all you guys who wished me the happy birthday yesterday on August 5th. And it really was a really nice birthday. I drove into Tucson today, and as you can tell, we're out just a little bit off of State Road 90 or 83 in the vicinity of Vail. And you can see just how beautiful it is out here. Well, the truth is, it's always beautiful out here, and not quite as good as Cochise County, but it has its moments. But there's our beautiful sunset that's forming here, as you can tell. And I'm really kind of I only have one camera here right now, so I'm kind of torn between filming with this in the background or that in the background. Well, what I've decided to do is film with this in the background. And so let me set up my camera here and we'll begin. Let me set my camera up where it won't fall over into Pima County, and we will begin. How's that for beauty? Now today was a very rare day that I actually put on my Sullivan's Projects costume, and for those of you who've been paying attention to my YouTubes before, you know why. Today was a very, very special day for me. This was our day to kick off the 2016 Sullivan's Projects Super Bash, and we kind of sort of did it like Evelyn said back when we did the haircut promo before I got chemo full blown. I got my hair chopped as part of a charity, and it's really kind of amazing to me it's growing back as well as it has. But it has, and it's really just a great opportunity for me once again to say why I am supporting Team Chris, Team Jazz, Team Moore, the Jazz Chris team at Team Moore, who have Huntington's disease. It's a very unfortunate disease, and like I said, and I say this to Evelyn every time I talk to her, you know, I've lived 54 great years, and honest to God, the truth is, living 54 great years gives you a really good chance to look back and just appreciate all the great things you've done. You know, I had 20 great years in the Navy. I was on 2 great ships. One could just sink to the bottom of the ocean and I would really probably cheer. But the 2 great ships I was on was the USS Petaloo and the USS Lake Champlain. Oh, that's the one, I'm sorry, it should go to the bottom. USS Midway. Just a wonderful time in the Navy. What a great career, and what a shame that right now they're dealing with things like gays in the military and transgender, transvestite, transylvania. I don't know what it is, but they even have sexual reassignment as part of the vocabulary now. And I just feel so bad for those guys that have been, their morale's been just so beat down. You know, back in 2011 or so, I used to joke that the chaplains in the military would someday be, in the culture of political correctness, punished for believing their faith, and they would be punished for failing to do their assigned duties of blessing gay marriages in the military. It's what a shame that it's come to this. Really don't even know what to say to that, except for we will hit the bottom, we will turn it around. It's going to have to start from out here and go on back to the grassroots level to represent us in Washington, D.C. Because right now it's just way out of control. The people are getting taxed and even put into debt, but it's just insane. I'm going to flip you around here right now and just show you the sunset again. Isn't that what, just wonderful? Let's do some zooming in on this for you. That is the sunset, and you can see a little bit off to the left there, there's some clouds that are shooting off some lightning. You may or may not see that before I zoom out of here, but people wonder why I live down here. Just love it down here. The only downside to where I'm at right now is there's so many of these stupid, oh, we just missed some good lightning, stupid porcupine plants, and I really hate those things. But let's go back to where we were. You guys are going to see a great sunset here. But having been so lucky as to live with America's heroes for 20 great years in the military, I did retire. And as you guys know, my last, I guess, couple years in the military, I was actually spending a lot of time from 95 to 2001 in Southern California. And even before then, I had a film project for the Space Shuttle documentary that started in 1992. I did see 38 of 135 shuttle launches. And there's very few people on Earth that can say they've both been in the military for 20 years, flew in the Navy on EP-3s for 4 years, were on 2 great ships, only 1 bad ship, and saw 38 shuttle launches live. And I'm just as excited about ULA, the United Launch Alliance. They're the ones that are launching the Atlas V and Delta IV variants of rockets. Very excited about SNC, as I keep calling them, but they keep reminding me their name is Sierra Nevada Corporation right now. They have a lifting body concept that's pretty original, even as far as lifting bodies go, what they're going to do with it. So keep your mind and eyes on that one as well, because this can be very exciting. There's some really good lightning out there ahead of me. The other companies, as I said before, SpaceX may be holding ground, breaking even. I don't think so, but they're gonna be about in the middle. Coin flip on if they're gonna make it or not. They got a little Trump guy named Elon Musk who's got a lot of talk and a lot of promises, but not so many good plans. Another one that I think is going to do really well is Orbital. They now call themselves Orbital ATK. And for those of you who don't know the history between ATK, they did a revamping of their name. They used to be called Morton Thiokol. They're the guys that built the space shuttle boosters that were responsible for the most part for the loss of the Space Shuttle Challenger in 1986. And when Challenger was lost, they got the whole blame. So of course what you do in that case is change the name of the company, and they did to ATK. And if you ever watched NCIS, there used to be a space shuttle that was from Pad 39B that was part of the backdrop there, and that was actually provided by ATK. We're going to watch the sunset here for a second as I continue to talk. So, having met all these cool people in life, interviewed rock bands, astronauts, rock stars, you name it, it was really a very good life I've had. You know, if this is just the beginning and not the end, then that's really great news. But like I said before, don't feel sorry for me, because I really do live more than in a day than most people do in a lifetime. Now, one of the really cool things that happened on my birthday is I think I finally got some resolution in some of my family issues and friends issues that I was having. And I think we're going to start seeing us go back together again and rebuild some broken bridges. And I'm very, very excited about that. I'm just not going to talk anything more about that right now, other than to say I think we're on the right track, and I think we're going to piece this together and really, really make something great happen out of that. So stand by for a smile on my face when all that happens. And bottom line is, once again, we're talking about Huntington's disease, kids. Huntington's disease is a degenerative hereditary disease that basically at this point has no cure and really has no effective arresting mechanisms in science. And what that means for you and me is that we can treat all sorts of things out there. We can treat any kind of illness through all sorts of drugs and therapies and experiments and this and that, and you know, genetic manipulation, even stuff that's just kind of science fiction from not so long ago. And so it's always getting to be a very, very exciting scientific promise for the future of humanity as far as curing drugs. Now, of course, one thing, you know, I really do have a very strong opposition to is using embryonic stem cell research for any of this stuff, or using fetuses of any kind from abortion clinics in the name of science. That's not science. That's Frankenstein science. So you guys know where I'm coming from on this. So there are the ethical challenges we face. Right now I read this week that the National Institute of Health wants to actually drop a ban on funding for research that combines human and non-human, animal, I guess, not plant, chromosomes to create new life forms. And I'm telling you guys, that's the God reaction to what I was gonna say. Let's try this again, because it's still running. I'm telling you guys, God could knock my camera over as many times as he wants, but I'm going to get it out. That is end time stuff, I'm telling you. For humans to be genetically spliced with pigs, where you have pigs with human brains. Well, I can think of some people like that already. But when you have part animal, part human, you're dealing in God's. You're really messing in God's stuff there. And I'm telling you, God has many times, biblically speaking and historically speaking, really not had very much accommodation for that kind of experimentation. You thought the Tower of Babel was bad. You go ahead and try this stuff with mixing up genes between humans and pigs or monkeys or whatever, and I'll tell you what, it is going to be Jesus Christ comes back to earth time to freaking put his foot down, because you know what? God don't play this stuff. Now there's a lot of people out there